Hey guys, I'm Captain Caldwell. Welcome to another edition to Captain Caldwell's Classroom. Today we're going to talk about drop locations, how to find a drop. Not weapon drop, but a drop location. So this is for those players that want to take a strategic advantage over the enemy. I'm going to tell you what you need to know, uh, things you should take into consideration, or at least the things that I took into consideration, why I think those have strategic advantage over locations that may not have those points. And then I'm going to go through a whole scenario with you guys on exactly what information do we have and what information could I use to my advantage to find a drop location. Things you need to know. Okay, so first off, what game type are you playing? And really, what type of player are you? Are you going to play builds or zero builds? Are you going to play solos, duos, trios, squads? Are you an average player like me and just want to sit down and really think about a strategic advantage? Or are you an arena player? Are you wanting to drop at a specific location for arena because you think it will give you a specific advantage over the other players in the map? And you could use this same method to analyze the map. So then you're really not ever hot dropping. You're going to drop on a preferred spot no matter where the bus spawns. However, this is for those players like myself that are not super advanced, but they are smart enough for strategy and they can use strategy to their advantage, and that's what this is for. So if you play builds, building material, oathbound chests, key and hollow chests, and any whatever your preferred map type location, whatever, those are really your four kind of key points that you really want to be looking for. If you can get that 1% advantage, take it. I think strategy is part of a skill that you should use to your advantage. So the last part of this, so now you know what type of player you are, what type of gameplay you're going to play. You have some key, maybe not just these four, you have some key points that you're going to look for in a POI, and now you're ready to look at the map and analyze the map to actually pick those preferred spots. Okay, so let's look at that. So here's the map. This is Fortnite GG. We're going to look at, so my number one, we're gonna look at a handful of different things here, and we're going to mentally circle spots as we go through this. Okay, so my number one was Oathbound chests. If you play builds, builds might actually be building material. You might just really like metal and brick, and you just must have metal and brick. Whatever your number one is, you should probably be thinking about that first. Okay, so we're going to shut everything off except for Oathbound chests. So immediately note that all of the Oathbound chests are really only in the red-orange areas. You have specific locations where there are a chunk of them. You've got three in not really grouped, but grouped here. You have three grouped here with two more off to the side. So let's call faulty splits a 5. Let's call this one a 3, and this one's a random off to the side. This POI has 2. You have 4 here on the edge, 2 at Anvil Square, which really it's just 1 at Anvil Square and 1 right on the outside. You have 4 here on this little island peninsula here. 3, so they're kind of grouped up. The Citadel actually has, if you zoom out, it'll actually say like 7 at some point, but this says 4. But there's a couple on the outskirts as well in a variety of different places. So thinking 3 at Breakaway. So I think okay, so you can put landmark. Faulty Splits, Spire, Rocky Docks, Royal Ruin, Breakwater Bay, Citadel, and Fridgeburg would be your group that you would look for. So you just want to mental note that, and then we're going to turn chests off, and you want to go hollow chests. Faulty Splits does not have a hollow chest in the city. The Spire has one. Rocky Docks does not have one. Royal Ruin does have one. So you have Spire, this island here. What's this? What's this island? Exile Isle. That's two. Royal Ruin, Fridge Burge, Coastal Battlement. Ooh, and Breakwater Bay. It's kind of a look. Frenzy Fields, Faulty Splits, Slappy Shores, Anvil Square. The Citadel actually doesn't have one actually in the castle, and Breakwater Bay does not actually have one within the city. So you have to go to a sub area to get a hollow chest. There is not one in a major city. That's an interesting note. If that was the case for previous POIs, which is not the case because the POI that I chose last season specifically had one, and it was a major city, a major hot drop, to be honest. Okay, so mental note again where the oathbound chests are, and also with a hollow chest. Okay, you may also consider maybe a capture point might be a thing for you. So right now we're looking at Fridge Burge, the Spire. The only thing about Rocky Docks is there's definitely good Oathbound chests there, but definitely no Hollow Point. Anvil Square is out. It only has two. A lot of these outskirt spots are better. They have more Oathbound chests, and it doesn't have a Hollow chest. Royal Ruin is a good drop there so far, and Coastal Battlement is a good drop so far. NPCs that sell equipment could also be something that you want to think about considering as your strategic advantage. Okay, so we now have Oathbound chests, we have Hollow chests, capture points. I don't really care about those. That's not really a thing for me. Vending machines might be something that you want to look at, but NPCs, I think we should probably add that one. Chili Chug Splash, that's always look at that. Porta Bunker and Shockwave Hammer, Omega Knight. Okay, we're going to turn these higher ones on too. Just the handful of NPCs that I think that I think they're important, or I think other players, people watching this video, might think that they're important. So the first one I'm going to note specifically is a great strategic advantage is the Shockwave Hammer. Dropping on this NPC, and there's two Oathbound chests with a hollow chest. Currently, this is the only spot that currently meets every single one of my requirements. This for zero builds anyway. It's got two Oathbound chests. It's got a hollow point or a hollow point chest, a hollow chest, an NPC with a great weapon. Here's another one. Uh, she sells legendary shotguns, the Thunder Shotgun, which in my opinion is the best shotgun in the game. Some people might like these hires as well. Buy a shotgun and get a hire all in the same spot. Shotgun hammer every single game. Yeah. The chug cannon that might be so. There are various metas out there. In my opinion, the chug cannon doesn't really meet a meta, but the chug cannon is a strategic weapon that could potentially be used with um, other um, your augments and things like that. The two biggest ones, though, at least overall, it's probably going to be the Shockwave Hammer and the Chili Chug Splashes. Chili Chug Splashes, they're awesome. So I would say Chili Chug Splashes and the Hammer are the two main items that I'm seeing on the map. This location, the Spire, is really good. I think even though rocky docks and shattered slabs, I think that these areas could be rough, and this could actually end up being like the drop. Um, I would probably put this one on the low end of the list, but it would still be on the list just because there's so many chests here. And it really isn't that far to travel for a hollow chest. The Royal Ruin would definitely be a great drop. Solo, duo would definitely be a good drop. But my choice for a drop has been Fridge Birch. So it's literally got everything. It has four chest spawns at 70%, I think is what Epic said the spawn rate was. At 70%, you're guaranteed, I mean, that's pretty much guaranteed you're going to get two. With two, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to get a hammer. So as a solo drop, this is a good spot. As a duo drop, it's still a pretty good spot. As a squad drop, it's a little less of a good drop, but it's still a really good drop. You also have, if you get a key from any of these chests over here, you've got a hollow chest right there. If somebody wants to go dump some money and when they want to buy chili splashes, you can buy chili splashes. You've got it. So this is a really good drop. Also, map advantages is the only thing that I haven't really spoke about. I already said that I like to drop center map. I like to drop center map or right off the center map. So as are, I would say we're the center of the POI to POI. Bastion to what's this one? Faulty splits. Bastion to Bastion Spire, Faulty splits. Field, Shattered Slab, Citadel. Kind of that circle there that you see. I would probably say that's if you have already figured out like what questions and how you really want to do things. And you know, builds, no builds, how you're going to play, whatever your advantages are, however you're coming up with it. Um, uh, Maybe you've already picked out, hey, for a build spot, this is where I'm going to go for and some of it's going to be you're going to have to test these POIs or to test these preferred drop locations. So for squads, I think that the Spire is the #1 spot. That is because it has everything. All 4 members are guaranteed to have a hammer right off the bat. I've kind of trash talked Anvil Square. Anvil Square I do not think is a very good drop at all. It has 1 chest within the city limits. However, you should always take a city for what it is. Try to figure out what its advantages are. If you drop there, or if your duo or trio or whatever squad members say, "Hey, I want to drop at this location," and you know it's a trash location, you should still understand at each location what the advantages are. The advantages of Anvil Square is currently you can buy the Daku Smash from the vending machine. The capture point, that's a perk, and there are a lot of chests in Anvil Square. There's a lot of loot in there, but you have to look into a lot of chests to get that loot. Whereas if you drop at Fridgebird, you know exactly what loot you're going to get, use that to your advantage, immediately strike. The Citadel. The Citadel actually has 4 chests on the inside, plus the anvil. You've got 1, 2, 3 extra chests not too far away with hollow chests. It's not really a bad drop. I know a lot of players that drop there. It's not a bad drop at all. You drop at the top of the tower. There's loot right, especially right now at Christmas. There's already a tree there. There's three chests per tree and already 4 standard chests. There's a lot of loot on top of the tower. I think the coastal embattlement. This would be a very good solo drop since there's only 1 chest. But there was a hollow chest and a lot of loot there. It's also on the edge. So for those edge players, this would be a really good drop for you. So I've seen a lot of other YouTubers say, well, yeah, no, I think you should drop here because you get this loot, blah blah blah. But they don't really tell you why. The goal here with this video is to give you a way to find why am I dropping at this location. That is the goal, flat out, of this video, is to figure out what location you're dropping at before you actually drop on it. So you already know, why, you know how to manipulate your situation to get you an advantage. And this has absolutely nothing to do with how accurate you are with your weapon. This has everything to do with pre-thinking about your situation, premeditated murder, if that's what you want to call it. It's, okay. You're premeditating on how you're going to play the game. Okay, so last thing is, now that we have our drop, how do I use my specific preferred drop to my advantage in my gameplay? Drop a comment below. Where's your preferred POI? What were your important steps? Let me know. Who knows? I might even drop at your preferred POI just to give it a test. Give you a shout out if I do. I'll see you guys next time. Captain Caldwell. out.